it's just not nice, is it? It's not nice, but it happens, and let's just carry on enjoying the hobby. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to MD Fish Tanks. I'm MD and these are my fish tanks. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and for those of you that are new, maybe consider subscribing if you enjoy this video. So this morning I came into the studio and I had a bit of a wow moment. Now, it's not often that I get to just sit back and enjoy anything because I'm so busy all the time. Like, through choice, don't get me wrong, it's just how I like to be. I can't sit down anymore, I can't keep still. You can probably tell that from how annoying I am. But this morning, I finished looking around and sorting everything out I needed to do in here, and I just sat back and thought, wow, this place is awesome. Now, that might sound a little bit big-headed. I don't mean it to come across like that, but I was really pleased with what we've achieved so far, and also excited because I know what we've got coming up with the 4 tanks we've got from Aquariums for Life. I already know what I'm going to do inside of those, and yeah, it's going to be so exciting, and you guys are really going to enjoy it as well. I want to do my turtle tank as well at some point. I just think it would be really cool to have a bit more variation on the types of animals, fish, and aquatic life that we've got in here. Maybe at some point in the future as well, I'm a little bit interested in some sort of, you know, lizards or, you know, reptiles, that sort of thing. I mean, I know obviously the turtles would be reptiles anyway, of course, but they're still semi-aquatic anyway, so there is loads of options. But first of all, it's all going to be about the fish. You know, fish are the #1 for me. Well, and shrimp as well, come on, let's not forget the shrimp. But talking about things we've got coming up, today we're going to be scaping the aqua soil tank. Last video we did the dirty tank, now we're doing the aqua soil tank. Let's go over and have a look. So in the last video we set up this tank. I think it's going to grow into a little bit of a beauty, but you can see just by the sort of shape of how it is, that's not going to be it, is it? You can see how that's going to extend. So today we're going to be working on this tank, and we're going to get the aqua soil in first, because what we've done underneath the sand here is soil from a garden. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link to it up at the top now, a card, or there, I'm not even sure where it appears, but anyway, click it, go have a look at it, watch it all the way through, then come back to this one, okay? Because then this one's good. Actually, I suppose they work as standalone videos, but yeah, anyway, you get the idea. One is from soil from your garden that you've dug up out the ground. The other one's from aqua soil, from Tropica, in fact, which I think is an amazing product. It's definitely worth the price, but I did just want to show you guys that didn't have that option how you could do a planted tank. So yeah, they're both running off of this same light, which I've just attached to the top there with some fish line, which looks really weird and angled, but it's not. Must be the lens. Anyway, yeah, so they're both receiving the same amount of light, which is a good level of light, I think, for a low-tech tank. If you have too much light, you will get algae problems. But I do have the option of lowering this if I want. We can bring it down a little bit, we can raise it up. It won't need raising, that would be the bare minimum of what we'd need, but yeah. So first job, let's just get some aqua soil in, just chuck it all in on its own. I just want it to be a completely fair test, just aqua soil, and make a nice little banked area. The aqua soil we're going to be using is this stuff from Tropica. So there's 2 different gradings, if you like. So there's one that's like the bigger sort of nodules of soil, balls of soil, nodules, I don't even know what that means, but it sounded good. And then this is the small sort of powder type, which I think works really well in sort of nano scapes or scapes where you've got smaller plants. It sort of grips them a lot better. I don't know if you can even make that out on camera. You'll see when it goes in the tank anyway, but yeah, so let's get that in now. A little bit of time lapse, hit it. Right, so here's our wood selection. This is all bogwood, which is the same as what we've got in there already. So that's bogwood as well. We obviously need it to match because I want it to flow into the other scape. So yeah, it's there's a good selection there to choose from. I'm probably going to need to use 2 pieces because I want to stack one on the other to give it the angle, but also not to take up the space of the soil where we can put plants. So time lapse that because it could take a while. So that's what I've come up with. So I think it looks quite good. It flows on. Oh my god, I've just noticed. How much does that look like a toad? Serpa would be happy with this. Serpa design. There's his eye, there's his little legs, and there's his back. That's a toad. It's a toad. We're going with that. The Toadscape. But yeah, and look, there's his foot as well. How have I done that without even realising? Anyway, I'm keeping it now. You know, we keep it real on this channel, and that's how it's going to be. Yeah, so soil's in. Using the Sirius stone there just to prop up the angle so that we can continue that line coming through. Yeah, it's not perfect, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect in my opinion. Nothing has to be perfect. Nothing is perfect. So we've got loads of space in the foreground for loads of plants as well. So obviously I'm going to keep similar sort of planting to what we've got this side. Actually pretty much the same completely, to be honest. Let me try and think. No, I don't think there's anything else I really want to add different in this one, because I want to make it a fair test. We might as well put almost the same plants in almost the same sort of locations. Foreground plants at the front, background plants at the back, as you'd expect. Anyway, it's really late, so I'm going to have to go in and go to bed, and I can carry on with this in the morning. Unfortunately, guys, I come in this morning, I've got some bad news. Sadly, Chocolate's passed away. Now, I have absolutely no idea what's happened. He was swimming absolutely fine yesterday. As you can see, both the other fish are completely fine. It's definitely not a water quality issue because the filter's been set up for 2.5 months. All of this stuff in here is the same as when I set it up, so that's also covered in good bacteria, so it's definitely not water quality. Yeah, I'm gutted, to be honest. I really liked him, and normally, you know, if there's something like this happens, you can pinpoint what's happened and you can sort of, you know, realise why it's happened, but that's not the case here. I've absolutely no idea what's happened. You know, I guess there was an underlying issue there with Chocolate that I didn't know about. That's the only thing I can put it down to. So I'm not one to dwell on the past. If something bad happens and you can't be at fault, then you need to move on. That's what we're going to do, just move on. I'm going to dispose of Chocolate's body in a humane way by burying in the garden. Unfortunately, this sort of thing just sometimes happens in fish keeping. It happens to the best of us. Captain, for instance, is sick as well. We don't even know why. And again, not water quality. I never have a problem with water. It's just sometimes these things happen. But, you know, I'm not one to dwell on the past. We've still got fish to look after, and we've still got jobs to do. We've still got stuff to create, and yeah, can continue looking after my fish nicely. And yeah, like I say, sometimes these bad things happen. We just have to move on. Absolutely gutted though, but yeah, swim in peace, little Chocolate. Right, so let's carry on from where we left off yesterday. So we've got the toad. What we want to do now is select the plants that we're going to use for the skate. Sorry if I sound a bit like downhearted. I try my best just to stay cheery, but yeah, let's focus on this tank for now. We need foreground plants, so I'm going to go for similar plants to what I've got here. Well, the same plants, in fact. I don't know if I've got any more of the Alternanthera Kiki stuff, but I've definitely got more hairgrass and more of the glossostigma. So first of all, I'll go and select those from the same place as yesterday, which is, of course, in the old studio. Right, so we've got a load of plants we can choose from. Back in this little one here, we've still got our more hairgrass that we can use. Got the glossostigma. Oh, I've got more of this as well. Brilliantly. Alternanthera. I'm so bad at the names, so why even try? We've got some of the, oh yeah, the sage as well. We've still got a bit more sage here. Yeah, I don't want to pack, like I said, I don't want to pack it out because, you know, I've got enough plants here to make it instantly done, if you like. But what's the point in that? It's not going to be any sort of expensive. Loads of nice plants in here. Look at that. No, I'm not showing you. Stunning, isn't it? It's amazing. Like, we struggle to grow plants sometimes in like our high-tech systems and that. We get algae. I chuck some stuff in a bucket and it just grows lovely. There's barely any light even in here, but look at how good that Anubias is growing. It's nuts, isn't it? Ah, there's more of what I need here. Perfect. Yeah, this is what we need. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, we've got loads of plants. I'll just caption them as they go in. well, that's all the planting done, and I've got another filter which is exactly the same as that one, and then we've got the same filter, pretty much the same plants, bogwood, a little bit of cereal stone there, which will just very marginally change any sort of water parameters, but nothing that's going to make a difference. It can make your water slightly harder, but with the amount that we got in there, and that stuff's been in other tanks before, you know, it should be absolutely, it's not going to make any difference at all. So we've got the same light on both of them, giving the same amount of light, so it should be a pretty fair test really. Aqua soil, dirt, well, sand, and then dirt underneath. But yeah, get the filter on, and yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll? Who even says that? Click subscribe. Well guys, I've posted up the news on social media, and so many of you give me really nice messages, which is great. I mean, there's a few bad ones as well, but you know what? You put yourself out there on social media and you're going to get some people that, you know, have a different opinion, and that's fine. At the end of the day, they're probably upset that an animal's lost its life and are looking for sort of a reason, in the same way that I was. But you know, so since Chocolate died and I buried him, I did notice one thing that I hadn't initially noticed, and that was his abdomen was a lot bigger. Maybe this was a result after death, maybe it was the reason of death, I'm not sure, but it's the only thing I have noticed that's different, because when I went to bed he seemed absolutely fine swimming around. When I came down he wasn't, and as you can see behind me, the fish are doing great. The Ranchu crew down by one, which is a bit gutting. Someone's already suggested it's look on a positive side. There's room for another member to the crew. It's a bit too soon to even think about something like that. I think it's, yeah, I couldn't do it, especially at the moment. Maybe in the future we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll you know, draw a line under it and just put it down to part of the fish keeping hobby. There are great points and then there are bad points, and that's the same with all animals really, isn't it? You know, we've all had pets that have passed, I guess, and you often, it's just not nice, is it? It's not nice, but it happens, and it's just, yeah, just carry on enjoying the hobby. In better news though, guys, we now have everything I need to build the awesome paludarium or aquaterrarium or whatever you want to call it, for Pancho in this tank, because, you know, currently Pancho's down here. Pancho? Pancho, where are you? Ah, there we go. I just fed him. Her. Still saying him. Stop saying him. I just fed her, so she'll be just sat there now digesting away and chilling. But yeah, gonna be going in here soon with this cool idea that we've got for a tank. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's gonna be awesome. I've got some really nice stuff that's come from Aquarium Gardens that's gonna be going into the tank. I'm gonna go for like a mountain valley, if you like, which I think, you know, because of the square nature, will just look really cool with like a valley style, lots of wood coming over it. Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. So we've got that to look forward to. But once again, guys, thank you very much for your nice comments and the understanding that you've given me. It really is appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I think these two tanks are actually looking really cool, and I can't wait for them to grow in nicely. So I'll see you next time.